We got some new music.
It sounds great, and I'm loving it. Much better.
Welcome to the Iron Pony Life podcast number 8. We're in Tracy's house enjoying a live session just a couple minutes ago to see how it worked. This is Netflix, and I want more, subscribers. And I want more likes.
We need it, yep.
I'm getting sick and tired of you watching the video and not liking it. Okay? It says we have 60 of you watching the video. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, if you don't want to like us, that's fine. You don't want to be tracked by the FBI or CIA. By the way, they already tracked you and they already know where you're at.
And they're coming.
You don't have to like us. You just gotta
subscribe.
Do it. Subscribe. Well, anyway, welcome to podcast number 8.
Yep.
And we're at Tracy's house, like I said, and we're enjoying life down here in the basement while all the women are upstairs and they're talking all kinds of gossip
About us.
And like, man, these guys are for real. Every week they do this thing.
Yep.
And they're beating their heads on the wall.
I'm not.
No, I'm not either. But I'll tell you what it does take. It takes an hour to pack up.
It takes a lot of work, yeah.
And it takes an hour to unpack. And then to set up, probably about 20 minutes.
Or more.
Are you appreciative of all the hard work I do?
Dude, I am.
Because this guy sits down in this freaking chair and he just watches.
Well, that's not true. I brought the network cable over to you.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Maybe that's one thing. But anyway, we got Kirkland water, the best water from Costco. It's really good. And you got sparkling water because
nice.
he couldn't afford me tonight, so he just gave me the water.
Hey, man, I brought you a drink.
Yep. Anyway. So what are we going to talk about tonight?
Well, I thought we'd talk about what we did on Saturday. We went to High Stakes to the Blessing of Bikes event.
Do you have any pictures of that and everything?
No, not on here.
Oh, my gosh.
I do not.
Never prepared. But, yes, it was 888. You can look them up.
I don't even know if I took any pictures.
I think it's Christian Disciples. I can't even talk. But anyways, the motorcycle group was 888.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You did send me some pictures on. I think your wife sent them to my wife.
I think my wife sent them out. I didn't send them.
Yeah. But anyway, you wasn't prepared as usual.
I do have that. Do you have that to show?
No.
Later?
Is it on the computer?
No, I can send it to you.
Well, it's not going to work. It's not on computer.
It will in just a second.
But anyway, can you look that up? The 888 Motorcycle Club?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, do that while I talk here. So Tracy, went back to work after vacation. He's had some fun the last couple of days. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Enjoyed the day's event. It was nice. I mean, we can't really talk about that, but
no, we cannot talk about that.
But I can tell you that you had a nice day today.
It was wonderful. Yeah,
it's probably one of the best days of the year. You only got 3 of them, but I think it's 888 Motorcycle Club. I think it's Christian Disciples or
Is it just 888? No A, right?
No, there's no A. I don't know where you got that at.
Yeah, that's what is the problem.
Wow.
Disciple Christian Motorcycle Club.
Yes. And they blessed a lot of bikes that day. I mean, there was like about 30 people.
You can show the screen if you want.
Yeah, we can show that screen. There we go. Yes. So this wasn't our event, but that's the motorcycle group, and that's their website. Is it Disciples Christian?
Disciple Christian
MC.com.
Yeah.
But they were at Harley-Davidson this weekend, and they were blessing some bikes. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had some pictures, but Tracy wasn't prepared.
I was not.
He was not prepared. But you know what? I do have pictures. I forgot. You know what? When we download them, and we'll show them here in a few minutes. But I do have them on my phone, and I can actually, I thought you sent them to me though.
I did send them to you.
Then why don't you have them on yours?
Mm.
It's terrible. But anyway, no, you didn't send them to me, so I don't have them. But my wife did send them to me.
There you go.
Yeah, because your wife was nice enough to send them to her. And we'll wait a couple minutes, and they'll be uploaded on my pictures over here. Yeah, so we went to Harley-Davidson, and we looked at some bikes. They had some new ones. They still had a 2023 CBO over there, right?
They had quite a few 23s, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from basically all their lines, pretty much. They had almost one of of each model year, or each model from the 23 model year.
Yep.
The only thing I didn't see was I didn't see any Nicers. And I'm trying to think. I only saw one breakout, but I do think it was a 24.
Oh yeah.
But all of their street glides and their Road Kings and all that, they had at least one 23 model. I'm pretty sure of each. But they had some really nice and awesome looking 24 models in there too. But
Oh yeah, they did.
they did. They had some nice ones.
They had that. What was it 25-year anniversary or something like that?
Yeah, the CVO.
The CVO, the red one.
Probably like $55,000.
Well, I seen one on a just after we got done talking about it, I went on a forum and somebody and it was $58,000 for that motorcycle at another dealership. So I'm sure it's probably the same thing in high stakes.
Yeah, it might be more. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It was nice, but man, it was expensive.
Yeah. All right. So yes, I do have the pictures. They came up. So let me put this at full screen here, so we don't have to show all the other stuff we got going on here. But anyway, this is kind of like what we were doing right there. And that was my bike. And then let's see if we get this going on the other side here. Let's see here. Oh, we don't want to know about that. Go the way. Go the other way. Come on, phone. Okay. This is one thing I don't have. I like my keyboard for. And then there's Tracy's bike. I mean, them guys are they're only 5'3". His bike's pretty tall. It just looks like it's small. But
you're a mess, man. They were super nice guys, though, man.
Yes, they were.
Yep,
It was nice. It was pretty cool. I have to admit.
Yep.
At first we didn't know what was going on.
No, didn't seem very well organized. They were kind of like they had a tent. They had a few people sitting down there, and then they had a few people at the front when you first pulled in. It was kind of strange. Yeah,
and then we finally got the urge to, the gumption to walk up there and say, hey, listen, how do we get our bikes
how does this work?
Yeah, because there was probably maybe 50 bikes in the front.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
And then ours just was down the parking lot a little bit, and then they walked down there. We didn't have to move it at all.
And I actually did witness a guy getting agitated about it, waiting to get his done. And I'm thinking, these guys are doing this for free. Why are you? Why are you being so impatient?
It's all about karma.
Yeah, and then I guess they went to do this one guy's bike, and he was thinking that they were going to come do his bike, and he kind of got frustrated because they did. It's just like. Man, they'll be there in a minute. I promise you, they'll be there.
Yeah, it's it's so ridiculous how
people's patience level is just it's zero.
And riding a motorcycle, you better have patience.
Yeah, you gotta have patience.
Or you're gonna have a lot of accidents. You're gonna have a lot of mechanical problems.
And not to change the subject on the patience, but since we're talking about patience, my wife and I were in the car. This was yesterday. And the light turned green, and I immediately went to the gas and started to go, and they were still honking at me. I'm like, how much fat? What am I supposed to do? Just like floor it? I mean, I don't understand.
You know what? What's bad about that whole situation? It's probably because your fuel door was open. They just wanted to warn you.
It was not. If they were honking at me for that reason, that would at least make sense.
See, there's two sides to every story. Just because you get upset.
I hear you. No, they honked at me, and literally the light. And my wife even looked at me and she goes, it just changed. Why are they honking? I'm like, I guess they need to go to the bathroom or something. I don't know.
Impatient.
Very impatient. The world's impatient.
I'll tell you what, I don't have patience for it. If I'm at a red light, and I know across that it just turned red, and they go across,
and they still are coming,
they're
running
still
a red
coming.
light, they're
running a red light,
happens all the time,
and they go slow. It's like they've
already cheated the system by running the red light, and then they hold you up. And then they hold you up, right?
I dare you to hit me.
It's hilarious.
It's like, get the hell out of my way. Damn.
Now, those are the people that should be honked at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm telling you.
It's craziness.
I mean, and then today, I was on my way here, and I saw like 6, maybe 10 motorcycles.
There was a lot out today.
Yeah, there was a lot out today. It was a nice day. It was supposed to rain, but it didn't.
I think they moved that to like overnight tonight, I think.
Yeah.
I believe.
So hopefully we don't have any bad storms or anything like that. But the temperature is going to lower the next couple of days.
By this weekend, I think it's going to get down to 60s and then 38 at night, something like that.
Yeah. And then if you're listening to this on Friday, my wife's birthday is on Wednesday.
So we have to tell her happy birthday today.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And then you're taking her to what? Buffalo Bob's? Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not taking her.
What? You're not taking her?
No, I'm leaving her home.
No, you're not. You're so your wife, man. I don't know how she does. I don't know how she does it.
I bought her some sunglasses today for her birthday.
That's
and she doesn't know about it. She wanted sunglasses. Well, she also.
Please tell me they're like at least Oakley's or something really nice.
They're
Ray-Ban.
They're kind of Ray-Ban. What is it?
You bought a knockoff off Amazon, didn't you?
I bought Ralph Lauren sunglasses, and she's been wanting these for like 2 years. Okay, and
Are we talking at least $100 worth?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they gotta be nice, right?
119.
Okay.
But her real present is. Okay, and don't be.
I can't wait to hear this one.
Yeah, her real present, and don't think this is crazy, but she really wanted this for her birthday present.
Oh, here we go.
Passenger floorboards for my motorcycle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she did. Mm-hmm.
Well, I know you picked those up at Indian when we stopped in there, but I didn't know that was for her birthday.
Yeah, it was her birthday. And because we're getting ready to go on a couple of long trips, and she does not want to be on them little round pegs.
What about the back? You're not going to get her to the back then?
No, we got that. We got that back. She's pretty good at that.
Okay.
I'm just concerned when she falls asleep in the back of the motorcycle.
You've talked about that.
Because a motorcycle, it's so smooth. Not Indian Challenger is. It's just a smooth ride, and she just feels so comfortable about it, and she just goes, I gotta go to sleep.
Smooth ride. Speaking of smooth rides, when we got on the highway for the first time.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything about that.
Yes, you were.
No, I was not.
You knew it was building up.
I was not going to put you under the bus.
So you got me on the highway for the first time.
Okay. So let's explain something first.
We were heading to Indian motorcycle.
Okay, hold on a second. When did you start riding motorcycles?
2019.
Okay. What was your first motorcycle?
A Honda Grom.
Okay. And that thing probably almost felt like a full-size motorcycle, didn't it?
No, it did not. It felt like a toy. They really are toys. I mean, they're made to play with. That's what those are.
And then what'd you upgrade?
Then I went to a Honda CB300R.
Okay.
And then from that, I went to a Honda Rebel. Gosh, I've had so many. And then I went to the Harley Iron 883, and now I have the Nightster.
Have you ever done any classes?
No.
Okay. Well, I advise you to do some classes.
Do you?
Yeah. And they can do some road classes with you. Okay. And what was that? Balance Dynamics down the road?
Balance Dynamics, the
and
advanced.
See, I know a lot of people like Josh and his wife. They're all trainers over there. Mm-hmm. And they can do you some good. So when we got our bikes blessed over there at Harley Davidson, okay, and I said, let's go to Indian. And I said, I'm not taking any back roads. And he says, well, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to do back roads. And I said, come on. You just got your bike blessed.
Yeah, but let's wait a minute. You're talking about me needing training. Let's talk about your bike versus my bike. Your bike has this big fairing that blocks all the wind. I have no fairing.
Excuse.
But anyway, your bike weighs 900 pounds.
I see a ton of people on the highway with bikes just like yours.
I understand that. Mm-hmm. I get that. But it was really windy.
But anyway, you had victory. Okay.
I did.
All right. So I got him on the interstate, believe it or not. And I know we're a motorcycle podcast, and you can't believe this guy hasn't been on the interstate before, but he just rides around town, and a lot of people do that.
Right.
And that's the reason why he has Royal Enfields.
Yeah. Those are my rides. So that's what I do. I mean, that's what we talk about.
So this Harley Davidson is his biggest bike he's ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what size cc is that one?
975.
Yeah. So his next one is going to be a Indian Chieftain Dark Horse. But I told him he couldn't buy it. It's not up to me, but his wife. It's up to her because she's the one's going to be the one that says, okay. But his next bike in about 2 years is going to be, if he's still walking, because he's breaking down pretty fast.
That part's true. That part's true. Work is killing me. Yeah, that's true.
He's going to get himself a 2025 Indian Chieftain Dark Horse.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yes. He got on that bike and he's in love.
I did. I fell in love with it.
Yeah, that bike right there. He's in love with it.
It is beautiful.
He's just not in love with the price.
The price, everybody take a good look at that sticker price. That's what gets me.
Go through some of the pictures.
That's really it.
There's not.
There's only the two.
That's one thing normally. They got to get me in charge of that. I can start taking some pictures for him. But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful bike.
It is a very,
Yeah.
very nice bike.
And I think you sat on it and you look good. I wish I would have took a picture.
I know
of
you
it
should.
on there.
It felt great. It really did. It was comfortable. It fit me like a glove, really, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And then I had to run. I had to run like hell.
Why?
Because your wife sent some freaking ninjas after me, man. They were about to kill me.
They did.
After I showed you that bike, man, and
No.
you haven't stopped talking about it for 2 weeks.
You know what she said? If
What?
you trade all 3 of your bikes for one, I don't care.
Oh wow,
That's what she said. But the problem is, there's no way that I can make it work out.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
2025 is the goal.
Yep.
Yeah. Harley Davidson will be out of business by then.
But I will say this, because you're an Indian guy and I'm a Harley guy. I cannot get over the difference of the way the weight feels
Oh yeah.
when you get on. Because if I get on a bike like this from Harley, you feel every ounce of that when you pull it up. I pulled that thing up and it was like it was actually felt lighter than my Nightster pulling up.
Yep. Yeah. But it's a beautiful bike. It is a beautiful bike.
It was nice.
Yep. And I don't know. I think.
Or I could just get that.
Well, I mean, that's an upgrade, but what the problem is, as you don't let bikes go down in, financial price, you start, increasing your price. So it's just like, I don't know what you can say. It's like charging a credit card. Yeah, you're paying for it for 60 years.
Honestly, though, my interest rate on my Nightster is pretty high. They're offering 1.9% on this. So
How many months though?
Oh, I'm sure it's
Probably 24.
Oh, I don't know. I never looked at that.
It's probably 24 months.
Let's check
They get you in the door that way, and then they don't tell you that it's in the fine print. 24 months.
Well, everything. You're right. Everything's in the fine print. Let's see.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. But I mean, that's not too much bigger than what you have right now. You need to get yourself a cruiser so your wife can get on the back of it and take some real long rides with us.
It's not really telling the deal.
Yeah,
on
it's not going to.
It's not going to tell you on here.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah.
not. I'm sure it's. I'm guarantee it's limited to 3 years, 2 years or whatever it is. Just get you in the door, and then they can keep you there for 6 hours, put you on so much stress that you almost feel like you're getting interrogated, and then you know what happens with the FBI, right?
What happens with the FBI?
They break you, and then you have to sell a bunch of shit at home to pay for this thing.
Is that what they do?
Yeah. It's like I had a house, but I wanted a Harley. And then I bought me a trailer. So I could afford the Harley. So I sold my house, and now I got me a $300 payment. Now, I'm not dishing anybody because I used to live in a trailer, so don't worry. When I was a kid, that's all I lived in. So, but I'm just making a joke. But anyway, yeah, there's some nice bikes over there. So we went to Indian. He got on the bike of his dreams.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't take much to get any bike on his dreams.
I told you, I like every bike just about.
Because the shotgun is supposed to be there this week, maybe. They're about to call us.
He's going to call us. It's either this week or next week.
Yep. And the new Scout was supposed to be there today too. He didn't call me though.
On the 25?
Yeah.
It wasn't listed, so maybe they're.
Well, it's just people to look at.
Oh, that's right. It was a preview deal.
Yeah,
or
preview
something.
deal.
That's right. Yeah.
Sean, I know you're listening. You didn't call me.
Maybe he was busy.
He was busy. He was busy selling bikes.
They have been busy, man.
Yeah,
They've
I'll
been
tell you
doing
what.
some business.
There was a lot of people Indian. They're about not as much as because they're having a blessing there.
Right.
But
right.
but in the
But
showroom,
actual in the showroom,
yeah,
yes, there was just as many.
Just as many. That was
I would
kind of
agree.
surprising.
I would agree that there was just as many.
Yep. But yeah. So so hopefully in 2025, Tracy gets his bike, unless we make it big in YouTube.
Well, let's go back to the highway thing. When we were on the highway for just the mile or 2 miles, whatever it was, you were breezing through it one-handed. You have one hand off, one hand on, and I'm over there and I'm holding on like this, and all the wind was blasting me. Right, I mean, I felt like in my seat, which you have a backer on your seat. Okay, I don't even have that. And it felt like it was trying to blow me off the back of this. And my seat's real slippery. So, like, my butt's is going backwards and I'm holding on. And I'm talking to you and I'm like, dude, are you not feeling this wind? And you're like, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, dude, it was hitting me so hard that I felt like I was going to go off the back of the bike. Now, I felt that same way even when we were at 55 miles an hour when we went down to Big Bone or whatever. But it was really bad when we were going 70 miles an hour. Yeah. And I will say, my bike got up to 70 really quick, and I wasn't even in sport mode. So the bike can do the job. It's just a matter of me getting used to that feeling.
Yeah. Well, I think, possibly, I think you're just a little bit, because that was your first time on the interstate.
It was.
So you have a lot of variables coming at you.
Right.
I mean,
the nerves
the wind,
are there.
the nerves
wind,
there.
Right, everything.
I think if you was actually, used to it, you wouldn't worry about the wind because you'd be used to it.
Right.
And you're just not used to it.
Right.
And so everything's hitting you at one time.
The ride itself was no big deal. It wasn't, and even the speed was no big deal. The bike handled that no problem. I was up to 70 like that. But the wind, and it was windy. It was breezy. But not having any wind protection, and you're sitting there like all nice. Yeah, what's the matter with you, man? I don't get it. I wasn't having that same feeling that you were having. And you were even playing with your windshield because doesn't it go up and down automatically?
Yeah,
Don't you have a button or something? See, I don't have those kind of luxuries. I don't have that. You have a Cadillac or a limo, and I have like a Pinto.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty nice bike.
It is.
I mean yours is okay. I mean when he started it up, I swear he's mowing his grass.
It sounds like a lawnmower.
Yeah,
I don't know how they put that through the factory like that. I don't know how that ever came out of the factory sounding like that. Because when you go to Harley and they fire up basically any motorcycle in their lineup, it has that real nice rumble sound. All of them, even stock.
Yeah.
You fire up mine, it's like, whoa. It just doesn't do anything.
Did you order the exhaust yet?
No, I have not.
Did you find out what it said? What's it say? What are you looking at?
I was trying to see what their deal was on their thing, but I can't.
So anyway, tomorrow in Union, Kentucky, we'll be at Buffalo Bob's.
Yep, Buffalo Bob's.
And it'll be my wife's birthday. Josh said he was going to bring the cake, so I'll let you guys know next week if Josh let me down.
It's going to be interesting to see how that goes. See if he does or not.
He will. I don't care if he does or not. I'm just kidding. He did text me and said, "What flavor does she like?" Because his birthday's I think in the same month, so they're just going to celebrate all
they're
at the
just
same
going to do
time.
it all in one.
And then I'm going to go to Little Nashville on April 27th. So far, the weather looks like it might be okay. 24% chance of rain.
70 degrees.
70 degrees. So that should be a pretty nice ride. I love Little Nashville. It's one of my favorite places. Now, I did tell Kevin that he could meet me down there because I've never met Kevin ever. And he did buy one of the flags that we sell now, and he loves it. He said it's better. And I gotta do this picture too.
Yeah, show that one.
Yeah, so I gotta wait till it. But anyway, I gotta get this. Here we go. I think he did it by Facebook Messenger. Now, so many things that we have. There's so many social media platforms. I mean, it can't be just one. You got to use them all. You got to use Facebook Messenger. You got to. Oh man, it's just crazy, right? So it's hard to pick up. Which one that you actually got the picture on and which one you didn't. But anyway, let's see if I can get this thing down here. There it is. Let's download that to pictures. I don't want to share it. I just want to download it. How we do this? There we go. Download it. All right, saved. Hopefully it's in the pictures, and then I'll get to show that one here in a second. But what is going on, Tracy? So you got any plans this week?
I plan on riding tomorrow, hopefully. I think it's supposed to rain tonight, but tomorrow's supposed to be nice.
So you're actually off tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. So, let's see here. Let's go. I think it's so many pictures. Oh, there it is. Man, it was fast. I'll tell you what, this is fast tonight. They ain't messing around. So anyway, this is the flag right here, right in the middle. And believe it or not, he has an Indian on the right.
Yeah, it's nice.
And he has a Harley on the other side.
I know. That's pretty
cool.
And
he loves his Challenger. And he says the quality, and you can actually look at the shine. He says the actual flags, ours is heavier and better.
Mm-hmm.
And
he liked it a lot.
Oh yeah, he loved it.
Now wait, does he own a Harley too, or is he just a fan of both?
He started with a Harley.
Oh, okay. So that's what is original.
I don't. We'll probably ask him because he's going to be our first guest. And if you want to be a guest on the podcast, reach out. And then we'll send you a little agreement that you can't act crazy and say stupid stuff, and then we won't kick you off and ban you and for life, and everybody will know who you are.
Right.
Okay. In a bad way. Well, actually, we probably won't even mention you. We'll probably just restart the whole podcast and just say it never happened.
Right.
So don't even try it. So, but anyway, yes, right there, his picture of his flag right there. It's nice. He showed me another picture where it was on the back of his couch.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was like it looked pretty nice too.
It's a nice flag, man, for sure.
So I
still like the one that you did with the American logo or the U.S. flag in the background with an eagle. I think it has an eagle on it.
Yeah. So we want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure there's nothing on that thing that was there. Okay, that was when we did the actual live. So it's going up. But yeah. Oh. That's your wife.
Yeah.
Well, she's bring her on here. Bring her on.
Jill, come on down.
Come on. Let's see what she's had to say. She's got
arm in a sling.
Arm in a sling. I think she's always upset. She's mad. She took my wife to the hospital. She probably got injured walking down the sidewalk.
She took your wife to the hospital.
She's got a broken shoulder now.
That's funny.
She rode the Navy. But yeah. But anyway, so 27th April, we're going to Little Nashville. Kevin's supposed to he might meet us out there, and if he does, I'll probably spend some time talking to him because I've never met him, and then I might not ride back with the group, but we'll see how that works out. Because I like Little Nashville. I'll stay out there for a while. Now the problem with Little Nashville is like it's a little town, and it rolls the carpets up around 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't stay there very long. But there's a lot of restaurants out there. They also have a country event center out there where they have a lot of country singers. I mean, big time country singers go out there.
Yeah, I like it out there, man. It's nice. We've stayed at I want to say there's a lodge out there we stayed at. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what it's called, but it was nice.
Yep. But we were just going to talk about some group rides here. We'll talk about that here in a second. Mm-hmm. But here's a beautiful Indian that we saw at the Indian dealership, Northern Kentucky. Let me put that on there. Look at that bad boy.
That was really cool. They definitely put some money into this thing. And
it's got a sidecar and everything.
Yeah, it was neat.
So we went over there and ride, and
then this is that bike you know.
Oh yeah, there's the one you want to buy.
That's the picture that we took. We didn't take it with me sitting on it, but we did take it with up close.
We should have took a picture of you sitting on it.
It really is nice.
It looked really good.
Look, I would have that highway windshield that you have.
And that would be great for you to ride with group rides.
Yeah, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But anyway, that was a venture. I mean, we got our bikes blessed for the season.
Mm-hmm.
And
did you end up putting your sticker on anywhere, or what did you do?
No, I have not.
I haven't either.
I need to.
Yep.
I think it's the right thing to do. But I mean, I know it's kind of an advertisement, but we have stickers too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, it was a venture. So I didn't know exactly how because I've never had my bike blessed before.
Right, me either.
And it was kind of an experience that that you've never had before, and truly I've never had that experience before.
It was neat.
Yeah, and just how they do it. Because I was thinking, when I worked at Wally World once, I used to do store setups, and one of the stores that had to be blessed before it could open, but it was kind of I guess maybe it was, I don't know who's the one with the holy water sprinkles.
What do you mean?
Like they walked around with sage and holy water, but it was different. It was a different thing. So I thought maybe they were going to do some holy water on our bikes, because I didn't know. I had no expectations. I mean, I didn't know exactly what they were going to do.
I didn't either, and I was curious because I thought maybe you had mentioned something about the bell, like if that was something that they were going to do too, but they didn't do that.
Can you look at the story of the bell of the motorcycle? Now, my understanding is people give you this bell, and like it might be sitting on your. It's like almost like a duck, if I'm not mistaken. And I might be completely wrong, but like a duck for a Jeep. you walk up to your Jeep and they got these little duck you've been ducked, but it's a spirit bell or whatever the story of the bell. So what exactly was it say?
It says the motorcycle bell story is a legend that says hanging a bell on a motorcycle can ward off evil spirits or gremlins that cause accidents and malfunctions. The origin of this story is unclear, but for some sources it traces back to the World War II pilots who brought the bells home with them.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
So I thought that somebody would give it to you.
That's kind of what we. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really say that here, but
I know you can buy them.
It says here most people have them as good luck charm, and for bad spirits on the road to stay away.
Because I know one person there got his bell blessed, right? And before he would put it on his bike.
And there's kind of a. If you want to show this.
Yeah,
picture.
let's see here.
There's a picture of one hanging.
Yeah, right there.
So
the legend of the bell. I think it's a pretty cool story.
So it actually makes me want to get one if that's the way that
Yeah, I want to get one.
So I may end up getting.
Maybe
one
I'll give you
week.
one. You give me one.
Yeah.
All right. So you can't get what you like though.
Well,
I'm gonna pick one and I'm gonna give it to you.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Harley and I'm gonna get you a Harley one. You go to Indian and get me an Indian one, and then we'll swap.
I'll give you a poker chip.
They do have those too.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'd mount that on my bike, but yeah.
Yeah.
So now your little compartment that you have on your Challenger, up on the sides, is that for sunglasses or what is that for?
Well, I have my CarPlay on one. A lot of people don't know this, and I'll go ahead and tell people. So I have CarPlay and I have wireless CarPlay. So I use the what is that, Quad Lock? They have a little dongle for CarPlay. It's wireless.
Right.
And then I have a wireless mic that's in my trunk. Well, not trunk, but my saddlebag on the right.
To record your sound?
No, just so CarPlay thinks I have a mic.
Okay.
So that way I can trick it and play in speakers or on my headset.
Oh, okay.
And it's wireless, so I don't have to have my phone connected.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
so
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that.
So you're manipulating the system to do what you want it to do, not what it's supposed to do.
Exactly. It works. But
it works.
Yeah, it works, but it's not always 100%.
Oh, okay.
Because I'll be driving down the road and I'll hit my headset, and all the sound will go there, and I'll lose everything, and I can't get it back on there, and be, damn it, I can't listen to my music like I wanted to, because the only time I want to use my headset on my helmet, because I want to clearly hear and that kind of stuff, is only when I'm riding with a group ride.
Right.
You know, so I can listen to people.
When you're riding on your own, you want to be able to jam to your music.
And I want people to hear it too.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a different one. Yeah. Well, you got all those speakers. How many speakers that thing have?
Like, listen to my song.
I mean, how many speakers does your thing have?
Mine only has 2.
You don't have the 2 in the thing? Now, you can get that added on, I assume?
Yeah, you get the power band.
The add-on.
But everything, if you don't get it with the bike, it's a very expensive.
Right.
Yeah. So,
right.
So when you go to the motorcycle dealer and you want a motorcycle, get the most expensive one. I hate to say it, because if you want to upgrade the speakers on the bags, or you want to upgrade the speakers in the front,
it's going to cost you way more to do it aftermarket.
Yeah, way more. I mean, for the trunk, cost me $4,000.
Right.
You know, it's just ridiculous.
And you could have bought a bike that had already had it built on, and by the time you'd have done it, it probably would have, saved you money.
Yes, Indian. I'm one of your biggest fans. I talk about Indian motorcycles every time I'm on this podcast. And yes, we only have so many subscribers, but one day, we're going to have a lot of subscribers. And that day will be soon.
We hope, yeah.
Yeah.
maybe when that happens,
within a year,
they'll send you the trunk for free.
So our goal is to be 100 subscribers by the end of May.
Right.
And then 500 by July. And then 1,000 by the end of the year. Can you share and like this podcast? Let's get this thing out to everybody.
Right.
Now, some of the setups, what we mostly talk about during the week is we talk about safety. We bring up a topic and we talk about it. Now, sometimes we're at remote. Like I'm at my house and you're at your house.
Right. We've done it multiple ways.
Yeah. And then we come to your house and I take 2 hours to set up.
Right. And eventually I'll just come over to your place and we'll do it in yours.
Yes. And I'm hoping, I want to get I have an idea in my
brain. Here we go. He's got an idea. I'm worried.
And it's going to look beautiful.
Okay.
It's going to look beautiful. I'm going to do it in my garage. We're going to have 2 motorcycles in the background.
That will be cool.
It's going to be beautiful.
That will be cool.
Yeah. But that day, hopefully, I'm on vacation in May.
Okay.
And that's my plan to really set fire to
Get
that
some more
plan.
work into it. Yeah, get some more work into it. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be great.
It is actually crazy how much work's involved to do what we're doing just now, and then plus our jobs that we do every day, plus our households and all the other family things that we got to do, and then we fit this in.
Yeah, because
It's a lot of time.
so this morning I woke up and I could. It's almost like you're working 24 hours. So I get up, I drink my coffee, and I'm automatically looking at things, trying to figure out
Trying to put it all together.
put it all together, start writing things down. Then I gotta go get a haircut, and then I gotta work on the treadmill because my treadmill went out again.
Oh no, you just fixed that.
I know I just fixed it, so hopefully this
Same
time.
part, same thing.
Yeah, same part. So I'm hoping I didn't weld it that well or solder it that well. So this time I redid it because I didn't have the proper stuff last time. So I redid the whole entire thing. Then I did a mile on that. Well, actually, I cut the grass
So
first.
you got it working again. Then.
Yeah, I got it working again. So then I cut the grass, and that was like an hour. And then I get out, and I said, well, let's do a test on the treadmill. So I ran on that for 1 mile in 11 minutes. Okay. 11-minute mile. I jogged for 5 miles per hour. Okay. You know, having some fun. And then I'm all hot and sweaty now, you know, so I got to figure out, do I want to take a shower or do I want to pack up? So I started packing up. So I had to shut the computer down, had to shut the ATM down, had to shut the road podcaster down, and I had to do the camera, I had to get the TV, I had to get the lights, I had to put all this stuff together.
It is a lot of work, man.
And then my wife comes home, right? And she's out in the car talking to her mom or whoever it is. I don't know what it is. I'm carrying all these bags and putting them in the back of my truck, and I'm looking at her and it's like, "Are you gonna help?" You know,
no, you're on your own, man.
I'm on my own. So everything I did, I mean, you know, her mom, she's nice. I mean, it's okay. It's no big deal. So I told her, hey, at least put the two stands out and put it in the truck. I'm gonna go take a shower. So I took a shower. And then I get dressed, and it's like 5:45. And then I get out to the car and say, oh, I got to get my phone. I forgot my phone, so I got to get my phone. And then I have actually not a brand new light, but I have another light that I wanted to use tonight, so we didn't have to use these two.
Right.
And I did not bring it because I forgot it. It was on my little refrigerator downstairs. So, but anyway, yeah. And then I come. It takes us about a half hour to come to your house.
A half hour, yeah.
I call you, and you're like, I'm still in my underwear.
I was not.
I had a bad day at work today. I'm so
that part's
tired.
true.
I said, well, I got to do a podcast, so I'm coming over. So I'll be over in a minute. Make sure your basement's ready. Make sure you're dressed, okay? Because I don't want to see you in your underwear.
No.
But you actually said you was naked. I'm just putting the underwear
joking
on
with you, though.
I don't think he was joking. I think he was really naked.
No, I was not.
Yeah. But I don't think I came to the door and you were naked. I'd probably just turn around and just run as hard as
I would run
as I could.
I would run for myself. no doubt.
But yeah, so that's how the podcast goes. You know, so I guess this podcast is going to be about what do we do? What do we do to get ready? So then I bring all the bags downstairs. I start unpacking everything.
With about a half hour, 45 minutes to do that.
And then I got to make sure everything's plugged in.
Another half hour.
And then I got to, we were looking at it because he can't remember his password on his Wi-Fi, so we couldn't do live tonight because we wanted to do live.
Yeah.
But we went ahead and did a test. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully it's great. And then next week we'll do a live version of this podcast, and then we probably won't be, and then we're going to do another show. We're going to do a temporary show. It's only going to be like 10, 20 minutes, not like 40 minutes like we're doing now.
Well, I want to get that review out on that Royal Enfield, the 1 year review. I wanted to do a review of, you know, what it's been like to own it for a year.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, it's a beautiful bike. I mean, I can't wait to see that.
Yep. So I want to get that together.
And I got the mics for you for that.
Yeah, I got to do that. Yep.
I got to bring them next time. I got you the
cam link
for your GoPro, so you can get 4K on it.
Yep.
For our next video that we do. We use Riverside software to do our podcast. We ain't using it tonight because we couldn't get it connected to the Wi-Fi.
Because I couldn't remember my password.
Yeah, so he can't remember nothing.
It's been 5 years, man. So mess with that.
So are you coming tomorrow night? Because you always forget.
No, I've already told Jill we're coming.
Okay, you're coming tomorrow.
She's already mapping that out for dinner. So
all right, good.
She's not planning on cooking anything. So.
All right. Just bring some.
But you're buying dinner, right? That's what you told me. Hey, I'm gonna trick
it's
you
her
up
birthday.
on
you're buying
It's
dinner.
not your birthday. It's your wife's birthday.
But But we do have a lot of plans to do some rides.
We've done some rides. We got some ride footage. We just haven't been able to put it all together.
Yeah, I got to show him how to do that because I got to literally show Tracy how to do everything.
Oh, you do not. I had it on there. It was on the drive, and then all of a sudden it's just gone. I don't know what happened to it.
Do you have some of it right now?
I
pull that beautiful footage up.
I do have the video footage, yes. So, like, we can do, let's do number.
Yeah.
Let me check this one.
Check that one out.
I think this is when we were taking off.
And it should have sound, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, we don't want this one. Hold on.
You don't want that one?
No, not that one. We want 10, I believe.
Yeah, there you go. That's a beautiful pit. It's a little play button.
No,
you got the buffalo.
I got so many. That was the buffalo.
That's
yeah.
the buffalo. Or not buffalo.
Bison.
What is
bison.
the difference between
There's
buffalo
our
and
walk.
bison?
There we are walking.
Oh yeah, you want to do that one? We can do that one.
Let's see. I think this might be the tricky one, right?
Oh yeah. You just didn't record too many, did you?
We did a lot of video, man.
That's you taking off on your
You and I are
street.
getting ready to take off. Here,
Okay.
I'll just keep it forward a little bit.
No, you're fine. There we go. Yeah. So that's us going. That's Jill in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
She abides by all stopping rules and laws. She just, I don't know why she stayed there so long.
I don't know. It did feel like a hot minute, didn't it?
Why didn't you
honk at her?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the guy at the light did to me. It just turned.
Yeah, you should have did that.
See, but that shows that I have patience. There we go.
Yeah. So does it have sound?
I don't know if it'll be playing through your thing or not.
It should.
It should.
Yeah. I just don't hear it.
I don't. Yeah. Nothing here either. I don't
Nothing
know.
yet. So maybe.
We don't know.
Yeah. So if it's on there, it's on there, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, but it might not be.
And then, I mean, you can see you're in my rear view mirror here. I can see you on the back right behind me there.
Yep.
You come up and kind of play around with me up here at this light, I think.
And then right here, that's one of the best pizza places around.
Bourbon House Pizza.
Bourbon
over
House
there.
Pizza
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so not a sponsor.
Nope. But
Yeah.
we like their pizza.
Yeah, we do like their pizza.
We
last
actually
time.
just ate there the last time you were over.
Yes, yes, we went when we took this ride, I think. Or well,
No, it would have been the week before that.
Yeah,
It
what did I
was-
come over for? Was it podcast?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably. It was during the day.
Yeah.
No, we didn't film anything that day, I don't think.
No. Mm-mm.
But there you are right next to me, and we're talking back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to stay out of the picture because my bike's so big it'd probably take up its whole screen.
It's double the size of my bike, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell that my bike's a 480-pound and yours is a 900-pound. So.
Yeah. But maybe it's a good thing that there is no sound, because we're probably over talking you. Because we did have communication on. We were talking back and forth on our headsets.
Which it wouldn't have been, if we did it here, it wouldn't be synced up. It wouldn't sound right.
And I was pretty impressed.
It was good.
And one thing about the new Insta, let me go back to here. One thing about the new Insta 360 X4 is it's able to, and they're going to do mesh network next, but our cardios can hook up to it.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Then we wouldn't even have to worry about doing anything else.
Yeah. So that's the
nice.
future.
Well, that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, you could do that now.
So you are buying that then? You're going to get it?
No,
I know how you are.
I got to sell my X3 first. I'm not just going to go out and just buy a new one.
I know you better than that.
No.
You get it in your head, it's yours. It's coming.
No, I'm waiting.
How much do you want for the X3? Let's talk about that. Give me a number.
$200.
$200.
That's half price almost. It hasn't already ever been used.
I'll think on it. Maybe I'll buy it.
I get $300.
Well, no, why did you raise the price?
Because you had to think about it.
Oh, jeez.
I had to think about it for a couple seconds too. Too good to do.
Well, now that you raised the price, I'm going to stop thinking about it. So we're good.
Yeah.
But
So next week, I'm hoping we're going to have our first guest on the podcast, Kevin. You're listening. And we did a test podcast with him last night, and he has some stories. I can't wait to some of these stories. It might be a little bit longer podcast than normal because we're going to be testing a lot of things. We're going to, we got a guest. We're going to have 3 people on the screen. It's going to be totally epic.
It'll be bigger than what we're used to.
Yes, and then it's probably going to be a work in progress. So it's a whip. We're going to whip it together, and hopefully everybody likes it. And then hopefully this one's been entertaining. But at least, so Iron Pony Life. So what was the original? Why do we call it Iron Pony Life? All right. So I had a concept in my head that I was going to do a YouTube channel. and it didn't have Tracy or nobody involved, and I wanted to do like a venture, so it was going to be like lifting weights, pumping iron, and we're going to do pony, which motorcycles a long time ago were called ponies, and then life, everything about life. You know, like I got a Jeep, my daughter's got a Miata. Everything that we do in life and entertaining, and that would be the podcast. Then I narrowed it down, and he said, Iron Pony Life could also work for motorcycles. And then we were at work one day, and we started talking about it. And 3 months later, we finally said, you know what, I found out I was moving to a different store.
Well, yeah.
And then,
which kind of changed a little bit of our plans for a minute, but yeah.
Yeah. And then there was supposed to be another person here with us. And we were going to do a 3-person podcast. We are going to talk about work and some funny stuff, because when we get together, all three of us, we're pretty funny, and we laugh a lot.
A lot of laughing, yeah.
And we add years to everybody's life. So
there's that beautiful bike. Look at that.
Oh my gosh! Oh, you know what? Let's get back on there. Let's get back on there. Look at that beautiful, beautiful bike footage. Yeah.
Here comes that bike of yours.
Yeah. So yes. I like the Insta 360, but I really, really, really need to look at it and see how.
Look at that beast right there.
Yeah, it's a beast.
To mine.
Yeah, and you know what? It rides really smooth. I love that bike. On my way home from that trip, and I think that video is up on YouTube because I talked about it.
You did a ride, yeah.
Yeah, and man, I talked about how well I like that bike, and it's just a different ride than a Harley Davidson. It's like you don't have to spend. When you buy a Harley Davidson, they're expensive already. But then you have to spend money for a seat, and then you also have to spend money for the suspension, because the suspension on the 23s and earlier are terrible. Okay, and that's one thing I didn't like about the Harley. So I did a test drive when I was buying the Indian, and I was this close to buying a motorcycle. And then from Harley,
yeah.
Yes, from Harley. And then I said, my wife says, before you buy this motorcycle, go to Indian and do a test drive. So the next day I scheduled for a test drive, and in Northern Kentucky, Indian only would let you ride around the parking lot.
Right, you couldn't go outside the parking lot, yeah.
But that short amount of time,
you knew it.
I knew that there was a difference in both of the bikes, right? Because when we were driving around High Stakes and we was going around the mall on the Harley Davidson, I almost dropped that bike.
You did almost drop it.
Yeah.
I was impressed that you were able to hold it
up.
up.
It was 4 inches off the ground.
I can't believe you held that up.
With one hand, lifted it back up.
I would have lost it. There's no way I'd have kept it up.
Yeah, and what happened is my foot got stuck on the shifter.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it down. And it caught on my boots, and I was like, shit.
So put you in a mess. Yeah,
it put me in a mess, and I almost ripped my shoulder out.
Yeah.
But I got it back up because I wasn't paying for no bike.
And that guy said, what did he say to you?
He said, I've never seen that happen.
I've never seen
somebody lift a bike up that.
Like that, yeah.
And you know what I was thinking? Get off the damn bike and help me. I mean, what?
He's standing there watching.
He's like,
he's like, well, I guess that bike's going to get a couple scratches today.
It's like, what? I was like, damn, I was about to drop this bike.
Well, that's a question. I wonder. So at these dealerships, it'd be interesting to find out how many people drop bikes at those dealerships.
I don't know, but that's a true story,
Wouldn't you like to know that, though? Wouldn't that be an interesting question?
It is.
I don't know if they'd actually tell us the truth or not. But
you sign that. You sign that waiver.
What
happens if you do drop a bike? Do you have to? I mean, there's
what was on the waiver?
Nobody ever reads it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you own that bike if you drop it?
Maybe that's a good question.
That's a good question.
I'll have to research that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah, I think everybody should.
Yeah, check that out.
But again, most people that own Harley Davidsons don't even have a driver's license, a motorcycle license.
They were telling us that. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Because they don't.
They come in there. They come in there and just buy them. They don't care. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty good. That's a pretty good story. I mean, that's a true story. I mean, it literally happened. So I went the next day. I rode around the parking lot, and I knew right then the center bounce was different.
Well, that's what I told you when I sat on that Chieftain. I couldn't get over how light it feels for an 800-pound bike. Yeah, my bike's 300 pounds lighter, and I feel more weight on that when I pick it up off the stand than I did that Chieftain. It blows my mind how they do that.
And they run like...
Maybe it didn't have any gas in the engine. Or maybe it didn't have any gas in the tank.
It doesn't matter, man. I'm telling you right now.
That's a 5 pound, or that's a 5 gallon tank. So that's 30 pounds right there.
Well, you should have went out there in Shane's. I'm sure he had gas in his engine. Or his in his tank.
I never thought about that. I wonder if it didn't have gas.
I don't think it would matter. I don't think it would have mattered.
It still felt good though. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because mine's full tank, and I don't have a different. There's no difference between it being empty or.
Right.
But you know what? I had to admit, because the other day I went to Proof 124 over in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Me and my wife went there and eat. It's a pretty good place, and 2 visits in a row have been good.
Now this is the place you were talking about from when we went to the solar eclipse. Yeah.
So I went there, and we've been there twice in the last month, and believe it or not, we had the walleye fish and everything else, and hush puppies. They had some. They have undecided fries, so it's a bunch of fries together. It's all different fries. They got waffles. They got curly fries. They got
mix them up.
Yeah, it's a mix it up. It's called undecided fries. So, and it was great, and benze. What do you call that? What's that dessert? Bonze? I can't remember. But anyway, they have a great dessert there. Caramel. Oh my God, I'm in love with that stuff. I can't stop.
What's the average meal price there? Is it about $25 a person, or what?
Yeah, it's about that. 25, 30. It's not like that.
So your end bill is like $50-$60 for 2 people, then kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's not that bad.
No, it's about normal, really.
But anyway, I parked in the. You got the parking spots down the road. One of them side parking lots. I'm not the side parking lot, but there's like a little parking spot right on the road. I can't remember what they're called. Anyway,
pull offs, like a
pull off. Yeah, it's like a pull off. And I was I had hardly any gas in the tank. I had maybe 30 miles left.
Oh,
okay.
I don't let mine get that low.
Oh hell! I got a 5-gallon tank. That's still 100 miles.
You probably still got a gallon tank. Yeah, a gallon.
But anyway, I took off and I decided I'm gonna go see if I could just go straight a U-turn right there on the road, and I did a U-turn, a nice U-turn. I mean, I was like impressed with what my skills were, and I was like, everybody at that restaurant, because there's an outdoor part, had to look at that and said, how in the hell did that guy just do that on a big bike like that?
Yeah.
I mean, it was at least 8 foot.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, it wasn't that, it was
Have
really
you ever
smart.
done that guy's parking lot test where you go to the parking lot and you come to the very far right of a parking space, and then you try to see how much space it takes you to get the full U-turn? Have you ever tried that?
Yes, I go to not parks, but I go to churches and practice all the time.
And you've done that?
And slow.
Now, are you able to do it within 2 spots, or how many spots has it taken?
3.
Okay.
But that was when I was playing around.
Right.
But I think now, since I got better skills,
you can do it in 2. You think?
Yeah. Next week I'll talk about.
They say you should be able to do it in 2 spots.
It should be in 8
2 spaces. Yeah,
whatever it is. But yeah, you're exactly right. And I should maybe next week, if Kevin doesn't show up, I will do which I think he probably will. I'm pressuring him every time I speak his name on this podcast, but but if not, I'll tell how I started. I'll tell everybody how I started riding motorcycles.
Now,
this is a different story.
Did you go to Balance Dynamics and get your training?
Mm-mm.
So where did you get your training?
I went to Harley Davidson.
They don't train you.
Yes, they do.
What?
Yeah, they have a class.
Oh, you did. So which one did you go to?
It was Pony Keg up there in Mason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So before
So wait a minute. You got your training from Harley Davidson?
I guess we'll do the story now.
So you got your training from Harley Davidson, and you bought an Indian motorcycle?
Well, here's the story. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So I don't know. It was about 20 years ago when I was working. I said, you know what? I want my kids. Probably were about 10 and 8, something like that. Well, actually, I think they're 5 years apart. So it'd been 10 and 5. And I said, you know what? I want to go and do the motorcycle course,
right?
A Harley Davidson. So I paid my $400, and we had in class and we had actually outside classes. Okay, and I did that class. And we went to Lakota High School at that time. I think it was the older high school.
Right.
And we would go out there and we do the figure eights on these little tiny motorcycles.
I was going to ask you, what kind of motorcycle did they do it on?
Brunels or Beul?
Burrells?
Yeah, something like that. Some kind of.
I think I've heard of them.
They owned them. Harley Davidson owned them. But anyway, they're really tall. Or not really tall. They're really small motorcycles. So they're almost like a Navi. They're a little bit bigger.
They are similar to those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what they are.
Yeah, so we do these figure eights and we do all that kind of stuff, and you have to pass at the end. And at the last day, they're about to have state troopers, motorcyclists, come up
in
and show us how how they do it with the big bugs.
How they do
Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it rained that night. Okay, and it rained pretty good. So it was supposed to rain all day. So I got, they said bring your waterproof boots and bring some waterproof clothes because you got to do the class. It doesn't matter if it's raining or not. Other if it's not lightning. Okay, so we go there and we're doing our practice run. Here comes the two Ohio State troopers coming up, and I'm gonna be honest with you, one of them laid their bike down at the beginning of the driveway.
One of the troopers did?
Yeah.
And they're there to show you how to ride, and they laid it down?
So they got embarrassed, that kind of stuff, so they didn't even show up.
Wow.
They just turned around.
They just went and left.
Yeah.
That's
So we had to, we went and did our courses, and we went home, and the sun started shining, and everything was great. 10 years later, I get my first motorcycle.
Which is when I met you, or when you met me?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I kept on saying, yeah, I want to get a motorcycle. And then I think it might have been longer.
Have we ever told anybody on the podcast what your first motorcycle was?
My first motorcycle was a Vulcan S.
And what do you think of that bike?
It's a piece of shit. No, it's a good starter bike. But I'm 6'3". It just didn't work out. I felt like my knees were in my chest.
So let me ask you, what was your feeling on the highway with that bike compared to what your Challenger feels like?
It probably felt like what yours is.
Like that experience where it just winds hit.
But I got a windshield.
You did get a windshield on that, yeah.
And it was pretty good. But I mean, I could hear it.
It still was hitting you.
It was whining out. It was like it couldn't go no faster. Because I'm like, I like going 80 on the interstate. I like to cruise.
Your wife's told me that numerous times.
Yeah, I like to go fast, and it's probably a bad deal. But
it is a bad deal.
Yeah, but I like to go pretty fast, and.
So you're telling your stuff here now.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, the story. So we'll continue this story next week. Yeah. I got to give you some other things what happened in life. But
I can't believe the troopers turned around and left though. That's
that's crazy, man. We're talking about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. It was nuts.
I mean, those guys are supposed to be like professionally trained. Like they're supposed to be really good.
But there was like a little gravel, or I don't know what it was on the end of the road, but it was way out there.
And he hit it and it just went down, huh?
Yeah, but he didn't. I mean, he didn't go down. I mean, he came in slow. It was a slow.
Yeah, a gradual fall down.
Yeah,
whatever.
But he picked it back up, and he just left. Maybe they had some kind of call or something. They had to go.
And maybe it was something else. You just looked at it the other way because that's what you saw.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was exciting.
So you started off with that Vulcan S, and then you moved to the Indian Chief, or what was that? What was that thing called?
Indian Chief.
Yeah, and then what did you think of that bike in comparison to?
I love that bike.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if you could have got rid of the Kawasaki to get your Challenger, would you have kept both Indians and had both Indians, or would that have been an option?
No.
Just too much for both.
My wife wanted the Vulcan S. She didn't want Indian Chief. It was just too much for her because my wife started riding a bike. She got her license. She got her permit.
True, right.
She did go to Balance Dynamics,
but she doesn't like the Vulcan either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is actually the first time we ever talked about Balance Dynamics, right? That's what the name of it is?
I think so. We might have mentioned it once earlier on, but it was a brief mention.
Yeah. So, but yeah, she went there. She went to school and she graduated that class, and then she got her license because they send that stuff to the licensed brands. And
now, what did they train her? What did they train her on there? Do you
Highway
remember?
skills.
No, what bike did they train her on? Do you know?
I don't know. But she had to buy a new helmet.
Wait, did she take the basic course, the $150 course?
I don't know. It was.
I think so. I think that's what you start out with. If you're so, they actually left the premise. I don't think they leave the premise.
No, I was making it up.
I know.
That's a joke.
I was kind of trying to call you out on that. 'Cause I'm like, I don't think they leave the premise on that deal, man.
Yeah.
But so she got her license there. She doesn't like the Vulcan S. Are you going to get her anything else?
No, she's retired.
She's done with it?
She's done with it.
Kind of like my wife is after she broke her collarbone?
Yeah. Well, she didn't break anything. She likes riding on the back of the bike.
That's just more comfortable.
Yeah,
for
just
her.
more comfortable. I mean, she likes motorcycles, but she might actually, she wants to look at the new Scouts with the mid controls. We'll see how that works out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they come standard with the forward, but you can get them switched to the mid, yeah.
Yeah. So she is looking forward to that bike. And
Didn't you say
checking it
she
out.
was talking about the Rikers too, the Can-Ams? Wasn't that an option too that she was talking about?
Yeah, but I mean, I'd rather have that's up to her. Whatever she wants to do.
I mean, it would be for her. Yeah.
I mean, she does get one. It's going to be the bigger one, and I can ride with it because I want to be able to use it.
Oh, you mean like the RT version?
Yeah, she's not going to go anywhere by herself. She likes riding with me. I mean, she did ride with the
Wait a minute. So you would ride behind her if she drove?
No. She would be riding behind me, not like you and your wife. Because it would just look awkward because your wife's like 6 foot and you're like 5'7".
Oh my goodness! I'm taller than my wife, man. Come on now.
You are?
Yeah, for real. I'm an inch taller than her.
No way.
Yes way.
I mean, even standing on the stairs?
You got problems, man.
But yeah. But anyway, that's the story, a little bit of it. Maybe also tell the rest of the story next week.
Yeah, sounds
so
good.
make sure you stay tuned in, folks. That's right. But anyway, it is 1 hour. This is the longest one ever.
Wow, yeah, it's a long one.
And our wives are upstairs, and the dog's going crazy because you're gonna hear a dog in the background. I can't get that out. Yeah. So, but anyway, it is done.
Done.
That's right, everyone. Iron Pony Life podcast number 8. This is Tracy Buckaloo. This is Chris Mitchell. He's the co-host. I'm the host. Oh, the most. Oh, the dose. Oh, the drug. Oh, the sick. That's crazy. I'm ready to get this thing over with. It's because my watch tells me it's time to stand up.
It's time to stand up.
Iron Pony Life. Hey, somebody was on. Did you see that? The comments?
What?
Where somebody I was going Iron Pony Life.
Yeah. What did they say? I didn't get to see it.
They just kept on saying it because I was singing that one time.
Oh.
Iron Pony Life. Iron Pony Life. Anyway, ride safe.
Be careful.
See you guys in the future.
Yep.
See you next week. Like and subscribe. I can't even say it for some reason. I'm done. I'm tired. Night. Good night, everyone.